is Suki the Brown-Eyed Stitcher. Welcome to my little corner of the Flosstube world. And I'm happy to be here to chat with you today. So, I think we're just going to get started. This is Flosstube, I didn't look, 17? I think? And it's August something. It's the first half of August. I have no idea what the date is. Okay, I'm just gonna get started with a finish. I finished a cross stitch last night. This makes my third finish of this year and of my entire Flosstube journey so far, and really my third finish in the last 5 years. Okay, so this is her. This is May. She is the 5th in the Calendar Girl series by Little House Needleworks. She's so sweet. They're all sweet. I love them. And let's see, what can I tell you about her? She's on 28 count. Oops. Country French latte linen. Yes. And I started this as part of Mania. It was towards the end, the 29th of May. And I finished her on, hold on if I wrote this down, the 8th of August. So, look, there is an error in here, and I'm gonna point it out, but only because I want to tell you how I fixed it. Yeah, because I was not going to go back and unpick it. So this brown right here in her dress is one row too short. So there's, if you can see that there's like one row all the way across that's just that brown color, 434. There's supposed to be 2 rows of that. And I didn't notice until I was on the very bottom leg of this shoe and noticed it was not in line with the bottom of the vine. And I figured out where the error was, but I wasn't about to go unpick her shoe, her sock, her leg, and the blue just to fix the brown. So what I did was just give her one extra row. I unpicked a few rows of her shoe and gave her one extra of these little rows of 4. That's all I did. So I don't like to call them errors, really, because I decided on how to change it. I mean, I did it after the fact. So it was an error, but because I fixed it, that's just creative licensing, right? So I thought that this would be a good opportunity to show you the rest of the series that I have done so far. So I have January with her kitten and the little red cardinal. I love the leaves that they chose for January. It's been so long since I've seen that, really. February, March, she was the first 2 I finished like in 2017 or something. It's been forever long. And then these ones were this year. So March and April and May. Love them. All right. That means that my, sitting still for long periods and having to just listen stitching, changed to June. So she is purples, lots of purples, with beehive motif stuff. And I actually worked on her today. Oh man, I left her in a creepy spot. Okay, that happens. Okay, so the vine and this pedestal and the green, like all of that green was part of Mania. When did I start her? The 18th of May. So mid-Mania. And then today, while I was sitting at Barnes & Noble waiting for my daughter to choose, make decisions, I stitched this part. She does have a headband stitched. It's green. Oh, there you go. You can see it now. But yeah, she's creepy without her cheeks and her eyes. In. Oops. I obviously had to go somewhere. So June was here, and then there's a beehive, and her dress is purple, and I think she's holding flowers. So, and I keep it in this pouch. It's a book pouch, book sleeve. I don't know. I got it off Amazon. I love it. And I did actually originally use it for books, and then because it zippers, it works out better actually for a travel project. And so it fits my project, my threads for that project. And if I run out of colors, I just grab more from my master set. I don't worry about it whatsoever. The pattern and this pouch, which just holds a bag for threads and my scissors, and I use this mostly as a you know that thing you put on your project where you stick the needles onto because they're magnetic? Needle minders. I just use it as a needle minder. It attaches to my scissors very easily, so it works out. And yeah, so I keep just all of this in this bag, and this bag fits perfectly in my backpack purse. So it's easy for me to take wherever I need it to go. And yeah, that's it. That's all there. So 2 weeks ago, I worked on Under the Sea. This was a 2017 stitch along by Lakeside Needlecraft. It's charted by Doreen Jones. So this was originally a stitch along. You can still buy this pattern, and you can get the whole thing. I think it's sent all as one instead of in individual parts now. Emma X Stitch, I think she was working on this year, and they kind of divided up their own parts, which is why I think that when you buy it now, you get it all in one. But because it's original for me, it's already split up in parts for me. So I'm on section number 9. So it's 9 and 8. I'm counting down. 9, 10, 11, and 12. And here is where you put like your initials or the date, like your year. Words are a struggle, obviously. So this is stitched on 18 count. It's hand stamped Aida. It's not dyed. It's stamped. In ombre. It's an ombre blue. What does it say here? Exclusive, under the sea, 18 count Aida. Wash with no detergent. So I started this in 2017. Well, here's the whole thing. So you can see it's a lighter blue up here, and then it ombres to a darker blue here. So I centered it on the fabric so I can get both the lighter and the darker blue in it. And the turtle is here. There's a hair on my screen, and I keep thinking it's on my fabric. Okay, I got rid of it, and I didn't mess. Okay. Okay, so this is the bottom corner, the bottom left corner, which is very fun. And this is the end of this section. So you can see I have a bunch of things to fill in here, and I know that the border, the like seaweed border or whatever, needs to come down here. And I don't know. I think that's it. I don't know. I can't really tell how much of stuff that's sticking up like this. How much there's. You will find out. I'm supposed to be working on this week. I'm sure it will come out. It just hasn't yet. We'll get to that. We will talk about plans later. Okay, so then that weekend, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, was Queen of the Night. This is artwork by Josephine Wall that has been charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. She's so pretty. I can't wait to... Actually, I'm really looking forward to getting to this section right here, which is a long ways off, but and down here, actually. Okay, I guess all of it. I just like all of it. It's a pretty small piece. 450 stitches by 342 stitches. It is a pretty small, like, normal size Heaven and Earth design. And it does have a little bit of Krennic in it. So this is on 25 count, easy count. It is 2/1 10th stitch. And let me get my threads situated. That's what she looks like right now. I love it. Let's see here. So what I worked on, I would have worked across the moon. Like this part of it. And you can see that there's some blue coming in. There will still be moon. It's just that there's like some wispy stuff that comes above her wing. So the moon still will go like all the way around this way with her wing coming across, but that blue is up in here. Yeah. And that was a lot of color changes, like lots of confetti going on there. So it took a while to stitch that blue portion. So she'll come back out this upcoming weekend, and my hope is to be able to finish, go all the way across the moon again and get over here. That's my hope. I don't know. I will get to it. I will get to my plans later. Well, and by plans I kind of mean things going on in my life that affect my stitching time. But she is supposed to come out this weekend, and I know she will. I just don't know if I'll end up actually getting that row done, because that's still like a lot of blocks. But I did put in 1,414 stitches, and so she's at 21.84% complete. She needs a lot more work on, so I'm hoping to get to a point kind of in the next couple months where I can devote more time to her. Then it became the 31st of whatever month we just had, and I stitched on Canopy Heart by Dakota Detweiler. This one's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. She is no longer with them. She's with Charting Creations now. I don't know that I've seen this one pop up there, but you would have seen that I bought her, like, it's like this, but like a phoenix in the middle. Beautiful one. I got that one from Charting Creations. I am stitching this with Alara. I started this with Alara, and we stitch on it on the last day of every month. And I'm so confused today. This is on 28 count. I don't know what to call it. Do we call this Alara? What kind of fabric is this? I don't know. Alara fabric. This is 28 count Alara fabric. 1/1 full cross. So it's slower stitching than I am used to. And I have to remember this every single time that I stitch on this piece, because I finish that day and I'm like, I hardly got anything done, it feels like. And that's just because it's a full cross. That's what it is. But there's where it's at. Yep, just that. I've seen people who have made like further progress with this, and it looks so amazing. So I keep wanting to see more of it, and I just have to look at their pictures to see it. So let's see. I put in 400 stitches. So this is 1,200 stitches right here. It's not even 0.5% yet. It's 0.4%. But it's only got 10 colors, and I really, really like stitching on it. Yeah, I just really, really like the limited color palette. Knowing that there's never going to be more than 10 colors in a 100 block square, it's really nice for a full coverage piece to kind of like have that. Let's see. Another weekend came, and I have so many papers here. And I pulled out Temperature Library. This one is designed by Christie's Corner Needlework on Etsy. And that's what it looks like. I don't mean for my brain to just stop working, but that's what it's doing. So I feel like I didn't make a lot of progress on the projects I showed to this point. Part of that was something I had been really busy with, and then this piece came along this last weekend, and I was done with the thing I was working on, which I'm going to talk about. I just don't want to get sidetracked. It came along after I finished this piece, and I spent 2 days and did a lot of stitching, mostly on this piece. Well, this piece and my treasure hunt bookshelf, right? So I put in a lot of stitches. I put in 2,052 stitches. I didn't realize it was that many until I was writing down the numbers for this. Like 2,000 just on this little piece. So this is at 52.3% now. Ta-da! I got in all the bookshelf borders. And then I went and did June. Here's June. So my temperature range goes from, like, my lowest color is anything below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and the highest number is anything higher than 95 degrees Fahrenheit. I've got all the colors represented in this, like every single color. So June has one yellow book. I think that was like 72 degrees, but all the rest of that month was mostly high 80s and low 90s. And there is this tall one right here. That's my highest temperature, so I think it was like 96 degrees that day. I feel like July and August are going to look pretty much just like this, but without the yellow. Because I don't think it's been in the low 70s as a high temperature since June, apparently. But I'm pretty happy at seeing all the bookshelves, like, finished. It feels really good to have gotten all of that done, and to get a full month of books stitched in as well. So I'm happy about that. That's 18 count Ada, oatmeal Ada. And lastly, this is Treasure Hunt Bookshelf, artwork by Amy Stewart, as charted by Heaven and Earth Design. This is the supersize max color version because I wanted all the details and all the smoothness as possible. So I needed that on this piece, and I needed this piece. So I got in 7,289 stitches. So we're at 46.46% now. It's 28 count, easy count, 2/1, 10th stitch. Okay, so here we are. This is the second out of the 4 shelves. And I have absolutely no idea where we were last time because I never do. But I know, obviously, I'm working here. The book castle is looking amazing. I love how the light just glows out. We've got the fireworks. I'm pretty certain this is like a baby firework, but I'm not really positive. And yes, I went below my bookshelf line because it made sense with the colors. It is part of the thing that is right here. I don't want to say what it is because some of you guys like to also not know what the artwork is. I do happen to know what that particular bit is. But some of you like to guess as you see it come to shape, and it's so fun the moment that you like recognize what it is. It's fun. So you can follow me on Instagram at the Brown Eyed Stitcher if you want to see like my daily work on any piece, but this one. There she is. So when I finish this section, there's 3 more, 1, 2, 3. And that's gonna finish out this second shelf. So for a bit, for about a month and a half, I've been stitching about 500, a minimum of 500 stitches a day. And I think I'm gonna have to bump it back up to 600 because I forgot to take into account that I was going to be, there's a week that I'm gone in August and a week that I'm gone in September. But I want to have this finished by the end of October because I'm going to a retreat in the beginning of November. My very first retreat. And I promised Alara that I would bring this piece. But I can't bring it with like it not finished, the second shelf, so. It's completely doable. I just think I need to bump up my daily back up to 600 and then it'll take care of those weeks that I'm gone. Yay. Okay, so my plans for the next 2 weeks. Under the Sea is supposed to be out right now. And then Queen of the Night is the weekend piece. Next week is supposed to be Sabrina. However, you'll notice I didn't show Sabrina this time, and that's because I ended up not working on her at all. And I think I'm going to take her out of my active projects for now. I'll explain why when I don't want to get sidetracked. So instead of Sabrina next week, I actually don't know what project I'm going to work on. I might do Under the Sea again. That's most likely what I'll do, is pull out Under the Sea again. And then that following weekend would be the Temperature Library. The 12th is in a couple days. And that means Bubble Bubble Chocolate Trouble. Am I missing something? Oh, with Calendar Girls as my, like, Travel Small and Treasure Hunt Bookshelf as my daily piece. So that's what's coming up for me in the next 2 weeks. However, I think my next Flosstube video is actually going to be in 3 weeks. Yeah, because I'm going to be out of town in 2 weeks. I will be at the beach. And I haven't yet thought about what project. I will probably only take one project, but it's going to be one that I know I have, like, one that I can work on all week without finishing. And I don't usually want to take my full coverages, so because I don't want to have to manage Pattern Keeper. I don't know what I'm going to take yet, so it's going to be a surprise. So in 3 weeks, when my next Flosstube video comes out, I guess we're going to see what I do on that week. We'll see. Maybe Under the Sea won't come out next week, and that's the piece that I take to the beach. That might be a good idea. I like this idea. Okay, so I have a bit of purchase to show you. It arrived like right after I filmed last time. So it is A Year in the Woods. Oh, that is very glary. Part number 8. This is the Barn Owl. Open. By Cottage Garden Samplings. There we go. I love how it's like twisting its head. It's so cute. So this is number 8. I have 1 through 8 now. And I got a bunch of floss that the other Year in the Woods pieces will need, but not this one. So I have, this is Havana. Oh, that's showing up real nice. Havana, Driftwood. If I was smart, I would have I'd have something, but it's showing, oh, this is another Havana. We don't need another Havana. Oh, more Havana. Hazelnut. That's molasses. You can see the variegation on this quite nicely right now. 4 molasses. And saffron. There we go. I feel like that looks really kind of like a neon yellow, and it's really not quite like that. That's kind of better, but not really. Ooh, this one right here, that looks pretty close. So, lots of floss. Those were all from Weeks Dye Works. Okay, now, I am not fully done with cross-stitch stuff, but I need to detour a little bit before I get to the rest of it. Story time. I'm not alone in this, I'm pretty certain, and it's that our environment affects us, like the state of our environment affects our like mental and emotional well-being, and can affect us physically as well. So it just affects our health and well-being. There we go. So I knew that, and I've known this for so long now, like years really, that I needed somehow to like get this work done on my environment, on my home, in order to help my health and well-being. But I needed good health and well-being in order to help work on my environment. So I never really made great progress in my home. Things would pile up or get left. The barest minimum of like tidying and cleaning was happening. Confessions, I guess. Confessions of your floss tuber. And And I knew that it would make such a difference for me if I could, like, get my environment in order. Like, I knew this. It wasn't just like, oh, people have said it, so, like, that kind of a knowledge. It was something that I really felt inside of me that was going to help me. So, I finally, everything just kind of aligned perfectly. In late June, I found out about a 30-day decluttering boot camp that I could join, and it happened over a 30-day period in which I wasn't traveling. I didn't have anything major going on. It's summer, so all this, like, the regular schedule is different. It was just perfect. And I discovered also that I was in a place where I could push myself beyond what I could push myself. It's not beyond a comfort zone. That's not the right words. Beyond my energy level, so that I was working at a deficit. Like, I was actually in a place where I felt like I could do it. Like, I could commit to doing that because I knew that's what it was going to take. And I did. It started July 5th and ran for 30 days. And it was amazing. For those 30 days, I followed the missions of the boot camp, worked, well, I mostly followed. I didn't totally, okay, that's not the point here. I worked through probably 95% of my home. Okay, not my garage, because I have like this really big garage that's not attached to my house, and it's set like back in my property. So my house itself, I touched like 95 of my responsible space. Okay, so not my brother's room, not my daughter's room, and not their bathroom, but 95% of everything else I went through. I went through cupboards, I went through bookshelves, I went through boxes, and I don't, just like stuff. I went through everything. And it was so good. It was so hard. It was insanely hard some days. There were a few days where I wasn't able to work on it until like 7:30 and at night. And so from 7:30 to 9, I'm like, I have to do this because I committed. I committed to myself that I was going to do this. And that's why I wasn't really willing to talk about it with people, is because like, this was a commitment that I had made to myself. I had to prove to myself that I was worth expending my energy for. I was worth outputting more than I could input for a time period, for just this 1 month. And I was worth, like, my own effort. I didn't have to do it for anybody else. I needed to do it for me. I needed to know that I was capable of it, and that I knew that I was worth it. And I'm getting choked up now. It was powerful. And not only that, but in the first 6 months of the year, I had gotten rid of like 500 items, which is like trash and recycling and donations. It was a conglomerate. But like in 6 months, I had gotten to 500, which is a start. And I didn't know what to expect from this 30 days, except I knew I was committed to doing it every single day. I kept track of every single item. I counted, except for a few things, like certain paper things. I underestimated because I didn't want to feel like too proud of myself and overestimate. But between throwing things out and recycling and donating things, I got rid of over 5,000 items in a 30-day period. And it felt so good. So good. Because my own knowledge of, like, my values and who I am and who I want to be are becoming more and more clear to me. Not just more clear to me, but I'm also able to make the decisions and choices that honor who I am and who I want to be. And so I'm able to let go of things that somebody else had placed on me, or I had used to try to fill a void that I was feeling. And it helped so much. It helped so much. And what's incredible to me is that within the first week, I was noticing an internal difference in me. I was working at a deficit. I was outputting more energy than I had to put out. My bucket was draining faster than I could fill it. But I also realized by the end of that first week, and it only grew from there, that my environment was affecting me. I had been making these decisions. I had been letting things go. I did a little bit of rearranging when I had time to. And I was seeing a physical difference in my surroundings. And I was feeling this weight just lift off. I was feeling free. I was feeling freedom. And I could feel my mental capacity grow. Maybe not grow, just get freed up. No longer getting tied up in these like unconscious processes of seeing the things that I was holding on to and also trying to handle like what that meant emotionally and everything. Gone. Now, I think of it like layers. There's still more for me to get rid of. In fact, since those 30 days, we've gotten rid of a good like another 50 items easily without even trying. Like, it's so good. It feels incredible. And that leads me to this next step. First of all, I'm going to show you the like cross-stitch things that I found that I like forgot about that I'm keeping. Okay, so the first is this old kit. It has no floss. It's got the pattern and fabric. I don't even know where this pattern came from. I have zero memory of it entering my home. I have no idea how long I've had it for. It says, "You light up my life." And isn't that so, so darling? I have no idea who this is by. Heritage Series. It looks like there's cross stitches, French knots, back stitching, straight stitches, and lazy daisy stitches. It gives me DMC colors. Okay, that's good. Oh, this is cool. How do I show this to you? It says if this stamp is not in red, it's illegal. And it's in red. Okay, so that's fantastic. It's got DMC colors. So I won't just have to pick my own colors unless I wanted to. But it's so cute. So I found that one. I don't even think I pulled out everything. I discovered that I apparently own CXC threads. I did not know that I did. I think my daughter actually was gifted them several years ago. And I don't have that, but I have a bunch of it somewhere else. Okay. This kit, it's called Garden. There we go. By Stitch Studio by Nicole. That bee flying overhead is so darling. I love the colors in this. I bought this pattern, so I do remember that. I found Cross Stitch and Country Craft magazine. This is September, October '89. I was 2 years old. On the front here, who is Beryl Jeffrey is the original person who got this magazine. Thank you, Beryl. It's now in my home. Okay, so here's the front. I should have looked through these beforehand and like marked some of my favorite things about this. There's like a hardanger piece. You can see this heart. So it shows you how to make that, but it's got it. It uses it in like this bigger thing, so that's the hardanger. And then these other motifs you can see here as well. I've not ever done hardanger before. Oh, here's a bigger picture of that one. There is, oh, I loved this. I love the camel. And there's a wise man, but I love the camel. He's so cute. Here's the other two wise men as well. Sorry, I'm trying to, there we go. They've got sparkly threads in them, it looks like. Oh dear, stop falling. Let's see, what else? Oh, this one. It's like a carousel, like jackrabbit or hare or I don't know. Sorry, I'm trying to read under here. I was kind of hoping that it would tell me what they considered that animal. I don't know, but it's cool. It says it's a replica of one of Gustav Densel's creations. He was a 19th century German, and he carved a whole bunch of like animals, like whole menagerie of animals as carousel pieces. So, and then there's this. There's this piece. And it comes, you have to get 3 different magazines to get the full thing. But you could stitch it by itself like this. And each of those individual ones can be stitched alone like that. But I kind of like the full design. So I would need to hunt down, I'm guessing the magazines after this. Yeah, I would need to find the November, December 89 issues and the January, February 1990 issue if I wanted to do that whole thing. But I loved it. It's so cute. And then I have another cross stitch and country crafts. This one is the March, April 1990. And I love this cat. I really, really want to try making something like that. I really, really want to. So what else is on here? Oh, they have this where you like stitch the outside, you stitch the negative, is that what it's called? And so the whiter parts of those are both, it's the fabric. And then the blue is what you stitch and the pink is what you stitch. So that's pretty cool. I liked that a lot. They show you how to do the lines. It's not the same thing as backstitch exactly. Here is, it says, nature in her finest hour, the kiss of life twixt flight and flower. It's this hummingbird one. I loved that as well. Oh, here's that cat and a blue bunny. I love them. I want to try them so much. You have to I mean, I didn't read it all, and I can show you this, but it shows you how to cut the pieces out like that. I just really, really want to try it someday. What else? This is a cottage garden, which is so sweet. I love cottage gardens so much. This one is a trio. It's got, this one's the thatched cottage, and then there's a brick cottage and a half timbered cottage. But these two you would have to get the later issues for. So, is there anything? I mean, there's more in here. There's a house. So, turns out I'm a fan of cross stitch and country crafts magazines. There's a lot of magazines that I find aren't like quite my taste, or I don't think that there's enough that I would want to do, but I came across those two and they stayed in my keep pile like so fast. Alright, then I found I have Christmas at Stoney Creek, book 5. And it looks like this was $2, but I don't think I paid $2 for it. I'm pretty certain I paid even less. So it's got a whole bunch of different patterns here. And I will show you, there's one in particular. Oh, I might not be able, oh wait, yes I can. Here they are. Okay, so here's one page. Look at him with the snowman, like trying to keep him cool. This one is just such a tiny, tiny, tiny one. It's not even gonna focus. This is Happy Holidays, and it's like a oil candle. And then these ones. The main reason why I kept this is for this house right here. It does have metallic threads. It might have Krennic in it. I can't remember. I said a house. I think it's a church, actually. And it says Silent Night. But I want to do that one. That is the biggest reason why I kept this one. Then, this was a gift from my daughter, like 5 or 6 years ago, and I have not yet done any pattern from it. It's awful. But there are a few that really call out to me. It's Leisure Arts and Cooler Design Studio. The best of Cooler Design Studio. And the designers, there's 4 designers. Linda Gillum, Barbara Batts-Hillman, Sandy Orton, and Nancy Rossi. And I didn't mark my favorites here. Let me find them real quick. I like a lot of them. Oh, I love this. It's Willow Wear Classic. This is a Linda Gillum. I love the china and the fruit and the flowers. I love it. I hope that I'm not showing the patterns too much. Oh, this one's fun. It's a Celtic Angel. This one's Barbara Batts-Hillman. And I love that her ribbon has become a harp here. And that we've got like this border and up here too. I love it. That one's a fun one. Oh, we're not to like my favorite one yet. Oh, I like these flower ones. This is a Sandy Orton Nature's Wisdom Sampler. It says, the beauty of each blossom speaks silently of love. I love all the different flowers that they show and how some of them you stitch a black background and some of them you leave white. Here's another one. To everything there is a season. This one's autumn. There's bookmarks in here. Like this one is a lady and her books. Oh, sorry. Kaylin will have to cover up the pattern on that one. My bad. Oh, there's also by Sandy Orton, Simple Blessings Sampler, and it's a red work. I thought that was neat. I've had this for so long and I've looked through it several times and I didn't even remember that it had a red work in there. Here we go. Nancy Rossi has like my favorite, the one I want to do the most. This one, The Woods Behind My House. I want to do that. Yes. Yep. I love it so much. It says, the woods behind my house offer up an artist's palette of color and forms. And then down here it says, bees are essential to plant pollination. And then it labels each of the different things that you see. That one is my favorite, and I do really want to do that one. This one's Moonlit Cranes. It's so cool. You use black fabric. You don't stitch all that black. And yeah, so that's that book. And then, now these I knew I had, and I just thought that they were DMC, because for the most part, that's what they are. I think this used to be my mom's, actually. I'm not. The writing doesn't look like hers, though, on these numbers. But they're cardboard bobbins. See? Cardboard. And I've actually already used one of these colors because I ran out and I realized it was here. So I have 2 boxes of DMC. And then I have a 3rd box that has DMC in it, like that. But then, this is the part I'm really excited about. It's got Krennic. It's got Krennic. Okay, so this is a red. This one's 032. That's a pretty common color for full coverage pieces, like Heaven and Earth designs that use acrylic, is this one. I don't know if I can get what the lighting's going to do here. Let's see. The red is 003HL. I think HL stands for high luster. And then this is 015. This blue is 094. So pretty. The 008. This one is a different brand. I don't think it is a different brand because these Krennics say Balger Blending Filament, and that's what this says is Balger. That's not gonna, maybe if it, there we go. No. Okay, well, Balger Blending Filament. Oh, it is by Krennic. Right down here, you can see. Called Peacock. It is 085. Nope, that is definitely not showing up. It is not green like that. I mean, it is green, but it has way more blue than it's going to show up. Yeah, that's absolutely not correct what you're seeing on the screen. It does look green, but it's green with blue. It's a peacock, so think of what a peacock would be like, and there you go. I'm not done yet. This is 091. Again, this yellow is not. That's better. 027. It's like an bronze kind of a color. A purple. 012. Zero 33, and this one's gorgeous. 029. So I don't even know if I can. There's no way I can show all of them at once, but like they're so pretty. And I had no idea that I already had these. Can you fit? So I have the peacock one in a bag. Ah! Come back here. And then these. There we go. So cool. I love it. They're so pretty. So I am excited, very, very excited to have discovered that I have like all of these Krennics that I just had no idea that I had. So those are the like stitching things that I decided to keep, besides like fabric and other like DMC. I kept all the DMC, right? And non-stitching stuff, I had a friend that I gave it all to. I was like, are you sure you want all of this? Because it's a lot. She's like, oh yeah, I'm sure. But then when she saw how much I had, like her eyes got big. I was like, I told you, it's like there's paper and cardstock and like fabric and I don't even know, stamps. I can't even remember everything because it's gone. I decluttered it all. Not all. I kept things I wanted, but there was so much that I decluttered. Okay, so here comes, I think, the fun part for me. I mean, it's all fun for me. Maybe it's fun for you too. I've got a nice stack here. So here's what we're doing. All of these things I'm also giving away. These were things that are in my declutter pile, and I first wanted to give you, my very favorite Flosstube Stitchy friends, the opportunity to get one of these into your home. Now, all I ask is that you go halvesies with me on shipping costs, okay? I'm completely willing to send anywhere in the world that I guess apparently you can't ship some places right now, and I don't know where those are, but I assume that you know your own country. I am completely willing to send it to you, but I do ask that you're willing to split shipping cost with me. So, simply because I just want these gone, okay? And I want them to go to homes, and I want them to go to you, but there's a lot, and that's a lot of shipping cost. So, first up, in order, like if you want any of these things, each of these items is going to have a number, and we will like display it up here in the screen so that you know what number, and use that number in your comment. Whatever you see up here is what you need to put in your comment. And I'll do all the normal like giveaway stuff, and we'll get this all taken care of. Okay? Deal? I hope that I said all the right things. Okay, so first, number one is this is a kit that has been stitched already. Okay, so I will tell you what it would come with and what it does not come with, so that you know if it's something that you would take on or not. This is a Jan Lynn kit. It's called Girl with Cosmos. She is so sweet. I stitched this, I don't know, but I gave it to my mom because this used to be hers. So after I stitched it, I gave it back to my mom. So it comes obviously with the cover photo, which is a little beat up. It comes with the pattern, which I won't show you, but it is in good condition. I did not mark it. The creases are worn, but legible. Even, well, the very center corner, you might have to be creative with the symbols around it. And this one, Jan Lynn lists their floss. They are DMC floss. I did check. So it comes with the pattern, it comes with the instructions, and the leftover floss. And you can see there's quite a bit of leftover floss. So the color codes will match DMC. I did check, but just in case you need to color match, there's all these threads too. So there is no fabric in this because I used them, and I don't think that this would be enough for your chart. Okay? I don't know. But if you want this, use number 1. It's Girl with Cosmos. Number 2, it's another Janlin kit. This one's a birth sample for a baby girl. I stitched this for somebody. I don't remember who. It looks like this. And there's a little bit of eraser, pencil. The person who I did this for, I have some pencil markings in here, so I will need to erase that. But it comes with the instructions, the pattern, and this was little, and I didn't work on it for very long at all. So the chart, it's unmarked and in very good condition. It's also Janlin, so I'm pretty certain that the codes are DMC. And floss threads. This is a design by Stoney Creek Collection. Okay. So that's number 2. I forgot to say that. Number 2 should be up there anyway. Okay, next is Renaissance Sampler. This is a Dimensions kit from '92. And this used gold metallic and beads. And I really loved it. I did stitch this one. I have it finished. I can show you the finish, actually. So this is what that one looks like. You can see the beads here. And then this border, it's yellow with a strand of gold metallic. So it's not like just the gold metallic on its own. You get to do these, like, I don't know what they're called. Yeah. And look, I love that. That's French knots right there. So, this is number 3. Cover photo. The pattern. So, Dimensions has their own blends. Not blends, threads. So, I believe that you can look up online. People have matched them to DMC colors. But if not, I've got the extra threads right here that you can go and color match to DMC if that's what you need to do. So, this one was beautiful. I loved working on that one. Number 3. I'm hopefully going to remember what numbers we're on. Number 4. Dimensions Passion Flower Angel. This one I stitched for a friend whose girl looked like this. Her hair was all like that. I loved working on this one. So it comes with the pattern, which is it's got color. The other ones didn't, but this one is a color pattern. I can't easily here. Well, it's like a Dimensions kit nowadays. We're used to like that, where it's got the color. What else does it come with? The colors. I got the colors. All the threads. So basically all the kits come with cover photo, pattern, and leftover threads. This one, here's the this is the last kit that I had. It's Bucilla, Once Upon a Time. I was gifted this when I was 8 years old, and it was too advanced for me at that time, and I kept it, and then, like, I moved it. My family moved when I was 15, and it got put in a place that I couldn't access it. Anyway, I didn't stitch this for years until, like, I don't know, 2016 maybe. And it looks like that. So that's what it looks like. It was so fun to finally stitch this. I mean, I was an adult. I loved it. And I need to frame this. I really do. I'm terrible. I'm terrible at that. So it's that. It is also a color chart. And I don't remember. I think I checked this one. I think that the color codes match to DMC. I think. But I do have the threads right here. So I guess they can't because there's 6,000s in here. Yeah, no. Okay, so these are not DMC colors. So I don't know if there's a conversion chart out there on the internet, but you can also color match, especially if you have one of those DMC like color card charts. That's this. So you may not at all be interested in kit things, like old kit stuff that has like no fabrics and not enough floss, but you also may. I don't know. So that's numbers 1 through 5. I'm just going to assume the number's going to appear here because I can't keep everything in my head. Okay, but I'm not done yet. I have more. So this is a magazine. It's Crochet World. Oh, this one's not even cross stitch. But I know several of you crochet just like I do. So this is Crochet World, April 2020. So I'll show you some of the things. Here's the content page, so you can see what's in it. And I'll show you some of what they have. We've got this cowl. Oh, design directory. That's what we're gonna show. All right. We've got blankets and clothing items and table runners, pillows. That's an earring. Look at that turtle. So cute. This one down here is the baby sweater. Okay. So that's number 6, Crochet World, April 2020. This is Leisure Arts Book 38, The Porch Swing by Paula Vaughn. I actually really like a lot of Paula Vaughn. This one's just not my absolute favorite, but I love like these roses coming up. And I had to be really realistic about the projects I had currently going and the patterns I have. Anyway, so That's what it is. Patterns inside. This one is called Birds for counted cross stitch and needlepoint. Book 6. I don't know who this is by. Busy Hands Needlework Designs is what that says. Oh, I should show you the front. Birds. That's what they are. Birds. This is a hand-drawn chart. So, if you struggle with the hand-drawn ones, you don't want this one. But they're so darling. These are darling. This one's Leisure Arts State Flowers. 42 flowers charted for needlepoint and cross stitch. That's obviously not all of them, but they do show you like lots of pillows, but then here's how you could make like a bell pull if you wanted to put a bunch of them together. I can't show you the inside, but it does tell you, maybe I can do this. Okay, so it tells you the state and the flower, and then it gives you your legend, and then the chart is right here. And there's 2 on a page. There's only a few states that share a flower. So if you don't find your state in here, it could just be that it shares with another state. So you might have to look around, like Connecticut and Pennsylvania share one, Mountain Laurel. So they are beautiful, beautiful state flowers. So if you're looking for this one, whatever number's in that corner, put down below. The Herbal Kitchen. This was hard for me to let go, actually. Book 062. It says, enhance your kitchen with showcase huck towels. You don't have to do them on towels, but that's how they have them shown. I think that one is my favorite. Right there. Yep, so there's that one. The Ocean by Cross My Heart. You've got a dolphin, you've got these 5 fish, got this little conch shell piece. Here's a bigger picture of this. Like it's shells. I love it. It's so fun. So fun. Oh. Here's more pictures of this one. Sorry, this is really glossy paper, so it's hard to get it. All right. The Lord's Prayer by, I'm sorry, B and Chris. There's a sticker over their name, the name. It's so sweet. I love the border. This is Proverbs 31 Sampler. It's leaflet 382 by Leisure Arts. The top says a virtuous woman, and then it's got all these little borders, and inside each it says something like, she works with her hands in delight, and she's cross-stitching. There's a little cat with her. Or she eats not the bread of idleness, and there's a pie. Right here is where you put your initials and the date. And then there's a couple spots that are just like a pattern here. She looks for wool and flax with little sheep. So there's another one. I have 4 more things These are not cross-stitched, but if you are a sewing machine person, then you'll like these. I have zero idea what number we're on, so we're still going. This is called Millie's Market Bag. It's by Izzy and Ivy Designs, and it's a pattern to make that purse. It's a market bag, so it's a bigger bag. Oh, finished size, 20 inches wide by 15 inches tall and 5 inches like deep. I really, really liked this one. Never been used. This is Victory Bags by Indigo Junction. Okay. So this is a flap, and there's two different views. There's this view, or this style, and this style. So this is like a full flap that comes over, and this is just one flap. It doesn't go over the whole width. It's a 1940s wartime, like, that victory bag, right? So 1940s. Inspired by, I guess. They are about 14 inches wide, 11 inches high, and 3 inches at the base. And that does not include the shoulder strap. It does have an internal pocket that you could do a zipper or a non-zipper. Here is let's do this one. Petunia, also by Izzy and Ivy Designs. This one, look at those ruffles. I think the fabric is crazy for me, but I can see each of those ruffles either being different, or you could do it rainbow, like each layer be a different rainbow color. I think that would be so cool. 15.5 inches wide by 12 inches tall. So yeah. What else does it say? Yeah, that's all it says, actually. So, there's that. And lastly, these are skirts. Route 66 skirts by Marie Madeline Studio. So there's two different lengths. And this one is just one fabric, one color, and this is 3 different fabrics. So you have instructions for both of those, inspired by Route 66. This includes ladies sizes 2 to 18. I guess I could have shown you the back on all of these, because the backs all say like materials needed and the finished size. The back. Okay. I don't know how many that was. I was just really excited to be able to offer them to you if any of you wanted. So again, in the comments below, you can enter for however many of these that you want. It doesn't matter to me. I will just randomly pick winners, and you can win more than one thing. So yeah. What? Oh yeah, in your comments, make sure you use the number. Just don't reference giveaway in any way, but just whatever number was up in this corner for what you wanted, use them in your comment. Please separate them with either spaces or commas, so I know which one. It was a lot. Oh, and please be willing to go halvesies on shipping for me, because like I said, it's a lot. it's a lot for me to like pay for all of that shipping in one fell swoop. So yeah, I think that's it. I apparently really needed to make up for my last two videos, which felt like shorter than normal. So now here we are, that's longer than normal. Or as long as what normal was. I don't know anymore. So, I hope you're all doing well. And I really do. I really hope that you're doing well. Even if well just means that, like, you have smiled today. Just once. No matter how brief. I hope. I hope that there's just even a little bit. Feel free to reach out to me. Leave a comment. Message me on Instagram, the Brown-Eyed Stitcher. Those are the best places to get a hold of me. Yeah. I think I've said all the things. And if I haven't, oh well. I love you guys. Bye.